What's up, everyone? There is one thing I have to say about Donald Trump. I'm not giving him any accolades, but he exposed to the world what America was all about. He actually destroyed that myth that America was a shining example for the rest of the world, that we are the saviors of the world, that we are there for the downtrodden and for those who are being persecuted and looking for safe shelter. He destroyed that and turned that shit on top of his head because he showed the world that America is not in a post-racial zone right now. America is what it's always been. It's full of races. There are a lot of races in our country. There are a lot of people in our country who hate other Americans. I mean, detest them immensely. He exposed that the courts are a joke, that he can do whatever he wants, that he and his administration can be as low down, can be as dirty, evil, conniving, and there is nothing the courts can do about it. He simply told them to their face, really, I'm going to do what I want to do, and the courts be damned. Well, guess what? The man just exposed that our whole entire country is built on lies, because we heard for years people saying this old stupid adage that no one is above the law. Oh yeah, there are a lot of people above the law. You just have to be rich, powerful, and white, and you pretty much can get away with a lot of bullshit. Because think about all of these rich millionaires and billionaires who have done a lot of stuff on the Epstein Island and in other places and have gotten away with it for over 30 years. Haven't been held accountable for what they did to underage young women and underage boys. There were some boys on that island as well. Now, don't just think it was young girls. Evil, decrepit old men who actually have gotten away with the crimes. And now they're sitting back donating to philanthropic causes. I'm donating to this philanthropy. I'm donating to that one. All trying to find some absolution because of what they have been involved in the past. Now, it's a joke, because we always have heard that it's all about justice being done and people being held accountable. That's a lie. That's all BS, because there were over 1,500 people who stormed the Capitol, defecated in the Capitol, and they were all pardoned by President Trump. While you got somebody who actually was buying marijuana or buying some type of drug from somebody on the street, they're in jail for almost their entire lives. So how can this system be fair and equitable when it comes to justice, when in fact there is harsher sentences passed down to people who have done lesser crimes than some of these other people who have done some major, I'm not even talking about blue collar crimes. These are black collar crimes, crimes that are so atrocious that you don't even want to live next door to these type of people. But guess what? They've gotten away with it. So Trump is no hero of mine, but he has shown us that America is a hypocrite. Our country is hypocritical at best, because remember Obama when he was in office? He had to abide by the rules. All the gifts that he and Michelle Obama received, he had to release that stuff and give it back. They couldn't keep anything, because you couldn't have a president accepting gifts that were $25 and higher. Now we have a president who has received billions in his first year in office. Let that sink in. He has received a $1 billion plane that's being retrofitted for his luxury flights across the world. He has billion-dollar hotel deals, billion-dollar golf club deals. Look, Trump has shown us that you can do exactly what you want to. And if you scare a lot of people and if you got dirt on a lot of people, they'll fall in line. Look at all of the news organizations and all of these different colleges and institutions that got in line when he said, I'm going to cut your funding if you don't do what I tell you to do. You better buckle up and do what I tell you to do, or else I'm going to cut your funding and you'll be bankrupt in a few years. So when you got the dirt on people and when you put the fear in their hearts, they'll roll over and do whatever you ask of them. And guess what? It's that same type of fear and intimidation that brings great nations to their knees. If you don't believe me, ask some of the countries who were under dictatorships that had to be actually freed from that dictatorship by other people coming to fight on their behalf. I think we did that back in the day. Americans did that back in the day when they believed in democracy. We don't believe in that anymore. Not a lot of people in our country, they don't. So it bears in my mind, really, that instead of us trying to admonish the world on human rights, on social issues, we got a whole lot of cleaning up we need to do here in America. I think that old saying is due. I think that old saying is still true that says, while you're trying to sweep around someone else's door, sweep around your own door. There's a lot of shit around your own door in your house that you need to clean up. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please keep following me on all social media platforms. And until next time, please stay safe and most of all, stay woke.